Hello, fabulous team. Okay, I'm taking just a few minutes here. Wanted to share with you my personal video. I usually post videos from other directors on how they kind of do their presentations and things, and I thought, okay, I'm going to make my video and share with my team what I have been using in my roll-up bag. I've tweaked it just a little bit, but it's still all basically the same thing. And all the contents pretty much have come from the starter kit. As you can see in my starter kit, down at the bottom I have extra cotton balls and cotton pads, and then I also have a few extra of the applicators in case I need those. I also have my trays and mirrors that are ready to go. I always have them preset with the profile card, the cotton balls, pen, a color card, and a beauty book is inside there. They're all preset, so all I have to do is at my appointment I take my bag, my starter kit goes, or my roll-up bag goes inside of here, and I'm ready to go. I've got extra color cards back here, profile cards. These are extra beauty books. These are headbands for the guests to use. This is the satin hand set. Even though it doesn't come in the starter kit, I went on ahead and took that from my shelf. And even we do get samples of that in our kit, and so I think it's a great item to demo. And rather than using a bunch of samples, I just decided to go ahead and use the satin hand set. So, and then I took my foundations and I put them inside of the mesh bag. And I have even labeled the tops of the foundation. So if you got mineral powders, I just took a Sharpie because the lid is actually a mirror, if you didn't realize that. But I wrote with Sharpie on the lid what the color was on the top of the lid, so that's just easier for me to read. And I've got those in there, okay? This is just the brush cleaner, because if you got mineral powders, you got 6 brushes, and so I think it's really important to use those at your appointments and clean those right after you're finished. And I've got my presentation material here, and I've got just some team building material here. So that's basically what's in my starter kit. I also have over here, this is the brush set. So I believe that everything that you show, not necessarily you have to demo at your first appointment, but if you have those out, you're more likely to get them piqued in their interest, and they will see that we have a phenomenal brush set, and that can be something that the hostess can get to use when she books a party, and you let the hostess use the brush set. Everyone else gets to use the mineral powder brushes if you got the mineral powders. And then I do have the Skinvigorate brush that I put into my kit. Again, it's at the party or at the facial setting so that they can see it, and I do demonstrate just real quick. It only takes a couple of seconds to show them that. Not necessarily use it, but I can let them use it on the back of the hand and just clean the brush afterwards. Okay, so what I have in my roll-up bag, okay, top pocket is the Miracle set, which your kit came with 2, so I have both in there, but I always demo the cleanser, normal to dry cleanser at any facial or party setting, but I give them the appropriate moisturizer for their skin. I have in here also satin lips, because I think that's a really great tool to use, especially when you are using the fabulous referral sheet in that game. It's a perfect opportunity while I've got that mask on their lips for 5 minutes to use your fabulous referral sheet in the middle of your appointments. The eye makeup remover, which comes from your kit. I have a full-size microderm set because, again, we get the samples of that in our starter kit, so I think it's a great thing to demo on the back of the hand. And I put a couple of my favorites in here. Serum C is one of my favorites. I always have that one set out, and then I have Even Essence in there as well, which is great for people who have rosacea or uneven skin tone. There seems to be a lot of that, or maybe that's just the people that I tend to attract. I also have Firming Eye Cream in there, and I have the Voluform Eye Cream for the ladies who may be a little bit older and maybe they have the sagging eye, so I do have that on hand. Okay, this pocket is actually a little more color. It's actually mascaras, primer, and CC creams. And sometimes I will demo with those CC creams, and then I have the foundation finishing spray. You don't want to try to do so much all in one appointment. You want to stick to the basics that your starter kit came with and use that at your initial facial party setting. These I just keep on hand to have with me so that when I go to my color appointments, I've got those with me and I don't necessarily have to pull them back out. Okay, in this pocket, I have added, where I used to have satin hands in this pocket, I took satin hands, remember, and put it over here in my kit. But I also have added the Botanicals line in the normal. And so I have found that there are women who tend to have sensitive skin, and it's either because they have never tried a skincare system and they've been using bar soap, and so anytime they try something different, they think their skin is automatically sensitive. So I tend to have that. Plus there are people that do have rosacea and sensitivities to anti-aging products, and I want them to be able to experience something at the appointment versus just having the Time-Wise with me. So I have recently incorporated that into this pocket, and that's something that, again, that is what you learn when you are pre-profiling your guest or you profile them at the appointments. And anytime that they are in front of me, I always ask if they ever have sensitivity. Like if I can see that they have rosacea right off, then you definitely want to have them use this product starting out. Some people with rosacea can use the Time-Wise, some cannot. And so I'd rather not take that chance right off the bat. I'd rather get them on something that's going to be suitable for their skin and on a skincare system. And then I also have, even though I have my color cards, I went on ahead and created a little compact. And what I did was, you know that these compacts automatically hold either 6 colors or 3 colors in a blush, or however you want to make that. But what I've done is I've added some shimmer colors and a matte. Okay, and then I added a blush over here on the side, and then I got a lip gloss. Now the purpose for that is so that, number one, they can see our compact, and number two, so that I don't have to keep purchasing color cards. I can just put the applicator on there, give them the color, ask them if they want shimmer or matte, and then they get the swap of the blush on the cotton ball. So that makes it really easy for that. And then I also take with me my rolling tote. I love the rolling tote. You can earn this, you can purchase this from MK Connections. I also want to remind you, make sure you have facial cloths in there from section 2. And I have pins, extra pins, and the foundation tool finder. But this is the rolling tote. This is a really great tool to use because you can take and create another roll-up bag that I always have in front of the table. This is my pretty roll-up bag. Let me get this open here. Okay. All right, and so this is my roll-up bag here that is just for demo. Okay, you can see it has satin hands in it, has a compact in it, has the Microderma Firming eye cream, and then the first pocket has a Time-Wise Miracle set. Now you're always going to customize this based on their skin type, whether it's normal to dry or combo to oily. Okay, and what I do is I set this in the middle of the table because this is what's going to be all pretty for them to see, and this is what I'm going to try to sell are these sets. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have one that's you work from and one that is a pretty set that you have in the middle of the table, because ladies, this business is an emotional buying business. Okay, it's just like when we go shopping for shoes or a purse. It's an emotional buy. The minute we touch that purse and we try it on, we look at it in the mirror, we feel it, touch it, we look through all the pockets. If we like that purse, we're going to buy it. Same with shoes. We go and we try those shoes on and we walk up and down the aisle in them, and if we love those shoes, we love the color, they've got bling, we like the way they feel on our feet, and sometimes if we don't even like the way they feel on our feet but they look really great, we buy them. This is the same type of business. We are in an emotional buying business, and so number one, the eye buys what the eye sees, and what she feels she will see. Okay, so keep that in mind. What you demo most likely is going to be what you sell, right? If you don't have it in front of them to sell, it's going to be harder to sell if you're just talking about it and you don't have it. Okay, so I keep my extra roll-up bag in here along with some extra cleansing wipes, and then the top of it also has a top portion that sits on top, and it will hold all of your colors. So when you go to that second appointment, and you always talk about the second appointment at your first appointment, because that's where you're going to book her for a customized color look. And so that all the color will sit in top of that other case right on top of here, and I can take my color with me and I will look professional. I won't look like a bag lady, and everything will be nice, neat, and clean, so that at the beginning it's all laid out here simply, and at the end I just take and clean up the table and I put everything in the appropriate pockets where it goes. And so I hope this helps you to be more successful in your appointments and your facials and your parties, because ladies, let's face it, there is power in a party. And you don't even have to say the word party to have a party. If you can get one woman and then she can take and bring in a couple of friends, you automatically have a party, and you never even said the word party. That's the great part about this business. And so that's going to be my next episode, is talking about how to book them and how to keep them booked to keep you from having those cancellations. So I hope this has inspired you to create your roll-up bag, to get your kit organized so that you walk out, you look like the professional Mary Kay businesswoman that you are, and that it will rock your business better than it's ever been before. And if you're a baby brand new in this business, let me tell you, it's gonna rock your business. All right, have a great week.